Y'all might remember the mail call recently. Chev T sent me a bunch of these big old red garbage bags, and you know, stuff like that is garbage. This old insulation has been wet. Yeah, that's garbage. So I'm just gonna take some of Chev T's old red garbage bags and bag this stuff up. I've started rolling up that tin, that silver insulation, and just kind of tucking it back in behind the tanks there, because I'm thinking, it's good enough place to store it. So we got a little spot cleaned out, sorta. We're making a good start. Okay, so we got this area cleaned out over here, more or less. And one of the problems with an old basement, especially an old dirt basement, is that moisture gets down in here, and you need some airflow for it to get out of here. So I know I had all these walls done, and they sprayed this right over my windows, but I opened one window on the end. I had to saw through that stuff to get that opening done there, and I got a fan blowing. Because in the summer months, it's actually kind of pretty important to keep air moving through the basement so that things don't rot out. And a good example is that is a container full of old pallets that rotted out underneath this firewood. So what I'm going to do, so that we don't have that problem again, my neighbor's got some of them big fiberglass pads, not exactly like the one I used on the back porch there. They actually have ribs underneath them. And the ribs are spaced in such a way where I can cut them and cut 48-inch sections and bring them down in here and slide them into place right in here, and they will not rot out. So even with the moisture and all, there'll still be a flat, dry, clean surface for that firewood to put on. And I may take a shovel and dig out a little dirt right up in here so that I get them to sit flat, and basically just run them all down the length of this wall, and that's where we'll stack our firewood at. So the next thing to do is actually to move. I've got a whole pile of old pallet material stacked out here. They came out of the basement. That's my old pallets right there. So probably the next thing to do is move Honey Baby's car, bring the truck around here, throw all this wood in the back of the truck, and haul it out to the burn pile. And I got a few other things like those water hose rollers and an old sump pump in there. They can go in a garbage pile. And then I'm going to take my Jeep. I'm going to drag that fiberglass thing back here. I'm going to take a cutting wheel. I'm going to cut it up with a cutting wheel and cut it into 4-foot sections and take them down to the basement, level that out, and put them there. We get that done today. That'll be a pretty good job. And then after that, we can stack all that firewood down in there. So I'm going to move this car and we'll get with it.